Hi everyone, welcome to Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. It's going to be a short video today. I have a hair appointment, so be about half an hour, but it'll give us enough time to get caught up. I'm working on some art for a fabric line. Alrighty then. Let's see. Say hi so I know you're here. It says there's 3 watching, but it's awfully quiet today. So I'm not working on the chair that I have been working on in the past because I worked on it yesterday and I came to the conclusion that there's just no way I can have it done before we leave. So sadly, I had to tell the lady that I wasn't going to do it this year. But I plan on, like, when I get back, plan on working on it and getting it done, and that way it'll be ready for next year. But just kind of ran out of time. Well, hi, Brenda from Kentucky. Thanks for joining me today. It's pretty quiet today, other than my studio. You probably can hear the paper folder and the printer. That's the paper folder you're hearing now. So I have all this Easter, it's really not Easter, just spring bunnies. Bunnies playing around. All these paintings I got to get done. I'll probably take my watercolors on the road with me because they're so easily transportable, which is great because I kind of need to be working on it while I'm gone. Because the fabric line is due the 1st of November, and I get back on the 30th. So yeah, deadline's looming. In a minute, I will show you the changes I made on that chair. So I came down yesterday and I thought, well, I'm just gonna give it my all and work as hard as I can. And I was trying to paint kind of quickly because I'm running out of time. And I took it in a different direction than I had planned. Hi, Daisy, welcome. So I took the chair kind of in a different direction. You know, I was going to have the angel on the front and then have um, her holding a candle, and it was going to be about, you know, being a light in the world and all that. Well, in order to save time, I thought, well, all that text, you know, takes a lot of time to paint. And so I changed it, and I wasn't going to have any text on the front. But then the front of that chair just did not coordinate or have like any tie to what I was doing on the back of it. I don't know. It wasn't coming together for me. And I would rather wait and do it next year and have it be really awesome than to throw something together just to say I have one for them. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's where that stands. It's really hard for me to say no, especially because, well, you know, when she asked me to paint the chair, I told her, I didn't say, yes, I can do it. I said, I might be able to pull it off. I said, I have a lot of traveling coming up. So I don't, you know, I don't know if I can get it done. But I'll do my best, I think is what I said. So anyway, I just came to the conclusion yesterday that it wasn't going to happen. Carrot picking. Yeah, I'm excited to do some watercolors here. All right, it's all sketched out. Hi, Dee, from up north Michigan. Ooh, where at up north Michigan? I love up north Michigan. So here's my color palette. This is a painting I did. Oh, I don't know. It was a while ago. Look at these cute stickers I found. Where did I buy these? Oh, this was at Michael's. It's like, this is for $5. You get all these stickers. Not that I'm using them, obviously not, but, and then the cute little washi tape, Halloween washi tape. It's just, I collect these things, jute, you can always use that, for, just for whenever I might need it, whenever the mood strikes me. All right, so that's our color palette. Gladwin area, nice. Hello, Christine. So let's get this going. In a little while, I'll show you the chair. I was telling everyone that the chair has been put on hold until next year, until the next auction dinner, because I just run out of time. I think I'm going to put this up higher for you guys so you can see it better. There we go. That's much better. I got my brushes. I got my watercolors. I just have to go grab some water. Sticky board. I'm doing some finishing. A lot of finishing lately. Oh, shoot. All right. The last 2 days we've had the tree guy. That's the name of his business, the tree guy. I mean, I just kind of love the simplicity of that. But this crew of men with all these, you know, the big equipment and the bucket that they can go way up high in a tree and cut it down. Oh, we removed so many trees, and they trimmed up a lot of our maples and stuff, and it just looks so clean and tidy. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a little tour of the yard at some point today. Okay, I'm going to grab some water, put my coffee away, and then I will be right back. So I'm painting a bunch of bunnies for Riley Blake for Fabric Line. And so this is just the beginning of what I'll be painting. And I just love this little piece with all the little bunnies running around. Super cute. So when I do watercolor, I like, especially like this country look that I do, you can see the background. I paint it with just like a brownish color paint. And I like to just start with having it all wetted down. Wetted down? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't think this is the same palette I used when I painted that other one. Let's see. So what's everyone working on today? Ooh, I need some, yeah, I got some paper towel here. So if I get it too dark, I just add more water and then I can just soak some of it off, so it's not a big deal. Watercolor can be forgiving if you are familiar with it enough to, when you first start watercolor, it can be kind of tricky, especially if you are used to painting with acrylic. It's like the opposite. If you want something white, you paint, you leave it as negative space. So, I mean, shoot, I've come back. Oh, for crying out sideways. I lost you guys. Well, there you go. Now we're in the wrong direction, but it's going to have to suffice. That was an alarm I forgot to turn off because I'm getting my hair cut at 2. So it was just to let me know. Just to remind me. But now we're in the wrong direction, but oh well. Can you hear me? Sometimes that messes up the sound. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. The watercolor was always hard for you, Brenda said. Can you guys hear me? Oh, you can. Okay, good. Because sometimes, like if I get a phone call or something and I'm doing a live, well, unbeknownst to me, the volume will turn off. But that wasn't a phone call, it was just my alarm. So maybe that's why. Well, the problem with watercolor is like right now, I got to wait for some of this to dry or I'm not going to be able to paint it. It's too wet. So I'm going to sit here and blow on it. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to move it. You know what I'll do? I'll move it and then I'll show you what I did on the chair yesterday. I'm so sad that this is crooked. Let me see. What if I take it off, you guys, it's going to be a little jiggly. If you get motion sickness, you're going to want to turn. Try that. Now it's probably upside down. Are we upside down? I have to do that so I can tell. Yes. Okay. So now I just have to do this. And hope that alarm doesn't go off again. If it does, I'll just have to end the live. Okay. Let me go grab that chair and show you. You work in acrylic, alkyd and oil mostly. Nice. Thank you, Christine. Okay. Let me show you. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see. Probably more if I move that box. Hold on, there's not a lot of room over here. Well, I don't know what you can see now. Oh my gosh, you guys. I probably should have thought about this before I decided to do it. I don't know where to put my water. There we go. Okay, you can't really see it. There we go. Now you can probably see it. So that's where I got on it. It looks better today than it looked to me yesterday because I was just so frustrated yesterday. And it's really, I think it's turning out really pretty. The problem is, so now with all this pretty and bright color, it just does not go with what I was doing on the back. I mean, I have the whole back to do. I have the sides of the chair, the seat of the chair, the front of the chair. All of that has to be painted. And there's just not enough time for me to get it all done. You know, if we weren't going out west for the retreat and, you know, going early to do a little vacationing, I would be able to get it done. But, you know, with us leaving Monday, there's just no way. And then it's going to work out great because Kyle, you know, Kyle works with us now. So he's going to stay here at the house and take care of the grounds and the dog and all that while we're away. So, oh God, that box fell on the floor. So there you go. That is the deal. So, I mean, at least I have a nice start on it for next year. And like I said, I plan on working on it so that when it comes around next year, it'll be done. It'll be done and I don't have to worry about it. All right. Hopefully this is a little dry enough maybe to do a little bit of work on it. Let's just see here. I think it was 90. 90? Wasn't it? Remember. I thought it was 90 in a box. Yeah, it was several things, 20 and then one of 10. That makes sense. Oh, yeah. Right. So yesterday, hey Heather, love watching the video of you on your motorcycle. That is super cool. That's very cool. So yesterday was just kind of a bad day because I was working on that chair and just getting frustrated and realized I kind of had to come to the conclusion that I couldn't get it done for this charity auction dinner. So that was upsetting. And then I was showing Kyle the needle minder that I had made for Stitch West. And I was like, okay, So the place I get my needle minders made, they don't even know what a needle minder is. And I remember when I placed my first order with them, I sent them pictures of what I was talking about because they sell pins, they sell, you know, coins and keychains and all these metal things, okay? But they didn't know what a needle minder was. So I sent them pictures of what a needle minder is, and these are what I want, and blah, blah, blah. So I've had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've had like 6 different needle minders made by this company, and they've all been great. Well, then I placed an order for the Stitch West needle minder, and it's super cute. And when they came in, it was in August, and I didn't look at them right away. Like, I opened the box and I took one out, but I didn't like take it out of the plastic and like see if it worked or whatever. I just took it out and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, these are super cute. They're going to love them. Put them back in the box. And I thought, well, you know, when I get ready to kit the order, I got them right here. They're ready to go. So I was showing Kyle the needle minder yesterday, and you wouldn't believe it, but they glued a magnet to the back of the needle minder that is large, and so it shows from the front, and it looks so stupid. It just looks ridiculous. And then they gave me a second magnet. Okay. And I'm like, well, I don't know why they did that. They never did that before. And I said, well, we'll just pop that magnet off the back of the needle minder, and then we'll just use, just use the magnet. That's how all the other ones are done. So I popped off what I thought was a magnet on the back of the needle minder, and it wasn't magnetic. It was just a piece of metal, steel, I think. I don't know, something. So what we came to the conclusion is that the needle minder itself was not metal. A magnet would not stick to it. That's why they glued a piece of metal to the back of it, which would have been fine had it been small and not shown from the front. And then they gave me a magnet to make it into a needle minder. Well, I was freaking out. So I contacted them, and they're like, oh, well, this one was made of zinc. I'm like, well, why would you change how you make my needle minders? And they're like, well, it's been over the 30-day, for returns and blah, blah, blah. I goes, wait a minute. You've never made them out of zinc before, which is, non-magnetic or whatever. Why did you change how you make my needle minders? And they're like, well, to get the detail, we had to do it in zinc. We can't get that detail in iron. And I'm like, well, that's not my fault. They never once got a hold of me and said, well, we want to make these out of zinc in order to get that detail, blah, blah, blah. They just did it. So anyway, I'm going round and round with them now, trying to figure out what to do in order to get these needle minders in time. And in the meantime, I have placed an order for 1,000 needle minders. It's for something I'm doing with Kitten Stitcher with Teresa Vanette. And so I got a hold of them, and I'm like, okay, now I have to make sure that my next order that's in-house right now that you're working on, I want to make sure that you do that one the right way. Don't make it out of zinc, blah, blah, blah. So then they're telling me I ordered a coin instead of the soft enamel. And I mean, I was in tears yesterday. I'm like, well, then I want to cancel my order because I don't need 1,000 of what they call coins. I need this to be magnet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All of a sudden, they're just changing everything on me. And I think they were sensing my frustration. They're like, well, we can't. And I saw, because it's the thing for Kitten Stitcher. They said, well, we can't do, the legs. We can't get that detail. And I sent them the picture of the needle minder that I created for Quilter Station Retreat that I just got back from. And I'm like, here is what you sent me with my last order. And it was a bird, and it had the legs cut out, and it was metal, and you gave me a magnet for the back of it, which was not glued on. It was just a freestanding magnet that would adhere to it. I said, that's what I want. It's like, anyways. So I'm still back and forth with them, trying to get them to understand what I want, which just is beyond me, why they changed their way of ordering, or I don't know. So we shall see. Cheryl Jensen, hello from California. Are you out visiting your sister then? You must be. Yeah, it's really getting blown out, isn't it, from the window that I'm next to. My alarm's probably going to go off again, which is going to mess up our thing here. Oh, your kids. Oh, nice. Well, thank you for hopping on with us. So if it does that, I'll probably just go. Because I do have to get my hair cut here shortly. Yeah, and then I got, this makes me sad too. I was invited by 3 different stores in the last 2 days to be the guest designer at the retreats. And I had already told Kevin, I said, I'm not accepting any more retreats. Definitely not for 2023. I already have 3 of them booked, 2 in the spring, 1 in the fall. And I have 1 already planned for 2024 in the fall. And I told Kevin, I said, I'm not going to do any more retreats until 2025. I just need a break. It's a lot of work. I thoroughly enjoy it. And he's like, well, go to them instead of being the guest designer. I'm like, well, you got a point there. But I really do love being a guest designer at a retreat. It's super fun. It's just a total gas. But it's a lot of work. And right now, with my schedule of designing quilting fabric, and I'm so busy, doing Patreon charts and things. And then, we went from doing 1 big show a year for new releases to 2. We used to just do Nashville. Well, now there's Nashville and Needlework Expo, and Needlework Expo kicked our butts. And it's like, I can't say yes to everything. As much as I want to say yes to everything that comes my way, it's just humanly impossible. And I really want to design some wool applique patterns. So I'm just looking, to have a little downtime to do that. So yeah. So things are going really well. I'm not complaining. I'm stoked. And I'm honored and flattered that I'm, being asked to be the guest designer at these retreats. It's just, I just can't do all of them. Patreon they want me to do a virtual retreat, which, I'm probably going to do in 2024 in the spring is my goal. And that alone will take me a lot of planning. Yes, to wool applique. Well, the good thing with wool applique is I already have 2 people lined up that wanted to make the models. I have all the wool, and I already have the drawings, you guys. Like all these Patreon, like in Patreon, every month I give away 2 drawings that would be they're for coloring book pages, but I give permission for them to do punch needle or hooked rugs or whatever with those images. I already have the art. It's just a matter of pulling the wool and sending it out, sending the pattern out. So, it won't take as much to design wool applique as it takes to design cross stitch. So yeah, I'm really excited about wool applique. I think I announced last year at the Silver Needle Retreat in July of last year that I was going to do it. So it's been over a year. I still haven't done it.
298.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the magnet is made of metal, sometimes not strong enough, I have to add a magnet inside the button for added strength. Sorry that you had all those hoops to jump through. It's kind of interesting to hear the details that go into your products. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, so far their magnets have been really strong. I mean, all the needle minders that they've made for me in the past have been, you know, just exactly what I wanted, and they're strong. But anyway, we shall see how it all works out. Well, in the meantime, I ordered some rare earth magnets on Amazon. They're going to be here tomorrow. And then I've got tons of that E6000 glue. So guess what I'll be doing Friday and Saturday? Or I don't know, maybe just Friday. Fixing those needle minders. Oh my gosh, Christine, you are not kidding. Would that not be adorable? Daisy, you're free. That's funny. Is your husband retired then? Or doesn't he work at home? It seems like he works at home. That's too funny. I was watching your video, Daisy. I didn't get to finish watching it. Because I think I was watching as I was getting ready for church on Sunday, but I was cracking up because you kept burning your finger with your hot glue gun, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we are cut from the same cloth because I do that too. I'm always burning my fingers with that thing. I love that finish you did, that round one. It's very cool. I love the hiccups, Kyle.
Yeah, I love them too.
Better you than me. They end up hurting sometimes.
Contagious, so.
No, thank goodness they're not. Semi-retired. I try to keep it real, right? Cheryl, are you still on here? So how many weeks is it? I think it's like 2.5 more weeks till the Stitch West retreat. I'm with you. Keep it real. I was hoping to get a floss tube done before I go on our trip, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It just depends on how much. If I get everything kitted by Saturday, then I will probably do a floss tube on Sunday, but we'll see. I don't know. It's so blown out. Can you really see what I'm doing here? Oh yeah, it looks better when I hold it up close. Just starting to put in little shadows and stuff. Can't wait till Stitch West. I'm really looking forward to it. Ah, me too. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. You know, Deb and Kef, their energy is exactly like their videos. Like I wish I had as much energy as Deb. Like she is just amazing. So yeah, it's going to be so fun. I told Kevin, okay, I guess I did tell him, but I should have asked him. I'm like, you're going to have to help me the first night that the room is open to shop in. I'm like, there's no way I can do that by myself. So I said, besides, everyone wants to see Mr. Wims. And he's like, oh, girl. No, he didn't. in and out. Right, Tina? All right, guys. It is 20 to 2 and my appointment's at 2. So I'm going to let you guys go. But thank you for joining me today and keeping me company while I get this painting started. You never know. Depends on where I'm at next Wednesday. If I'm at a place where I can sit and do a little painting, because I am going to take my watercolors with me. It's super easy to take watercolor on a trip. So not to mention, I just need to get these paintings done, because when I get back from my trip, I have to, use Photoshop and get everything into repeats and all that stuff. So look for that to come when I get back. So you guys have a wonderful week. And if I don't see you next week, maybe I will see you the following week here on Whatcha Paint Wednesday. And when I get back from my trip, hopefully Kristen can join. I don't know. She is watching her grandson now while her daughter works. So I don't know if she'll really ever be coming back to Whatcha Paint Wednesday. So you might just be stuck with me. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I would love to try wool applique. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget you. I'm not going to forget you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Brenda and Heather, Nancy, Daisy, Cheryl. Appreciate you guys being here. Take care. Bye.